Okay. Assalamualaikum and good day. My name is Muhammad Safiq Andrian bin Muhammad ISAK. We from Group E, Section 2/1. Today, we will present our project Ergonomic. So now I will start the presentation. So the introduction for the Automotive Ergonomic Assignment project, the task is to have each group to simulate an automotive agronomic company that will investigate and inspect ergonomic parameter, namely different type of posture that exist in vehicle operating. Automotive agronomic is a study that is concentrate with how vehicle can be designed for the better human use. For this project, our group will perform analysis on several body posture that are experienced when handling a vehicle. The selected posture is a body posture of a driver when driving, posture of a passenger when sitting, and the posture when entering and exiting the vehicle. The study will be performed on two different vehicles with similar segment. The vehicle model that will be analyzed in this study is the Proton Wira and Proton Wajah. Both segment, both is C segment. So next, this is our organization chart. So next, our objective to do comparison which vehicle is better for what size of human. Second, analyze and solve ergonomic problem using appropriate tools. So that's all for me. Next, I will pass to my friends.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is RIZMANHADI. Okay. For my part is a projecting costing. Okay. The process of estimating, assigning and controlling project expenditure is known as costing. Cost projection are calculated at the project planning stage and must be approved before work is started. Expenses are recorded and monitored when the project plan is carried out to ensure that everything stays within the cost control plan. There are three types of costing in this project. For the first one is direct material, the second one is direct labor, and the third one is applied overhead. Next. Okay, for the direct material, the cost of raw material or component used directly in the production of goods are preferred to as a direct material. Cost, measurement tape, and the application of angle measurement are the primary raw material or component used in this project. The next. Okay, for the right labor, the salary, benefits, and insurance provided to workers who are directly involved in creating and producing the item, such as those who work on an assembly line or who operate the machinery, are preferred to as a direct labor cost. For this, for our project, the rental cars are used as a labor cost. Okay, next. Okay, for the applied overhead, any expense that cannot be directly attribute to a cost item, such as a rent, administrative staff salaries, and insurance, falls under the category of applied overhead costs. Okay, that's all for me. I will pass to my friend.
So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is AZHARI. Okay, so for the project methodology, in order to achieve the required end state, our team decided to execute the actual experiment to collect the measurement data from two rail car. This is because direct data collection is possible because the measurement from actual experiment are the most reliable source of information online. The cars used for this project are the seat segment, Proton Wira and the Proton Wajah. One of our member is the owner of these two car. We will evaluate the posture of the driver seat, the passenger seat, opening car door and going into the car posture. The outcome of the posture of the vehicle were examined using the ruler approach and posture observation. So for the next slide is the procedure to measure the record data. So for the first, we prepare two car with the segment, and then group member will sit at the driver seat and passenger seat and adjust the seat. And then we see at the ruler worksheet, other members observe and pick the right value. Refer to the ruler worksheet. And then another person demonstrate opening car door and going into car position. And then lastly, we record all the data, refer to the ruler worksheet. So that's all for the methodology.
Alright, next for my part. Okay. So my name is Muhammad Nabil and I'm going to explain about the result and analysis of our study. So firstly for the ruler score. Okay, ruler score works by assign several values to the action. And for the study that we conduct, so the ruler score for the of Proton Wira for the driver position is 3, passenger version is 3, and the ingress and egress, which is entering, exiting of the car, which is 4. Alright, for the Proton Wajah, the driver position posture is 3, the passenger posture is 3, and the ingress and egress posture is 3. Okay, next, right. Alright, so next for the PFMEA analysis. So as we can see here, the PFMEA analysis value can be looked on the RPN. Alright, so RPN is can be seen that the driver posture for the RPN value is 21, and then for the passenger posture value for Wira is 32, and the ingress and egress posture for Wira is 18. Okay, as for the Proton Wajah, the driver posture for Wajah is 45. The passenger posture is 32, and the ingress and egress posture of Wajah is 100. Okay, so for the RPN value, so each company always select a different limit of RPN value before it is considered unsafe. So for our company, we select the 100 because we determine that each action that involved in the automotive ergonomic does not require heavy strain and heavy action. Alright, for discussion. So from what we've seen on the result, Proton Wajah and Proton Wira yields a fairly similar score in terms of ergonomic evaluation. So based on the ruler assessment method, almost all of the investigated posture generate the score of 3, except for the posture ingress and egress of the Proton Wira, which have the ruler score of 4. Ruler score 3 to 4 indicates that the evaluation possess low risk, but change might be needed. So in the PFMEA evaluation, the evaluation assessment shows that the RPN result for all the posture yields the score well below 100, except for the ingress and egress posture of Proton Wajah, which have the RPN value at exact 100. The issue that is found on that is that of the drivers and passenger ingress and egress posture. Due to the opening clearance of vehicle door are quite small, driver and passenger may experience difficulties when entering and exiting the vehicle. The solution for this problem is to adjust the opening angle of the door so that the door can be opened wider. So this is the problem that is found on the Proton Wajah. As for the ingress and egress posture of the Proton Wira, while the RPN value are below 100, the RPN value of 80 can still be considered to be above average, and thus, while it does not require any immediate action, action can still be taken to further improve the RPN value. So this can be done by when we notice the issue about the ingress and egress posture is due to the outward positioning when entering the car due to the car's design of low center of gravity. While this may not pose problems to those who are being bothered by the posture, can improve the situation by changing the suspension system to heighten the center of the gravity. Okay, for the conclusion, I will pass to the next member. Okay, AIMAN.
Okay, thank you for apa our team. Okay, now I will present about the conclusion. Okay, for the conclusion, after finishing the ergonomic evaluation and having assigned the respective score and value, it is found out that both proton wajah and wira analysis value yield about the same result. This is because proton wajah and wira in the same categories. Okay, apart from this result, we can draw out that the proton wajah and wira have about the similar ergonomic design except for the dot issue on proton wajah. The very similar evaluate result can be issued to both of them when in the same segment C car and process the same capacity. Okay, the ruler evolution are also reflected on the PFMEA evolute where each of the booster yield about the same RPM value for each respective posture except for proton wajah, ingress and egress posture. Okay, the absolute limit value of RPM because it is considerably unsafe may vary depends on the company and the company may have their own restriction in determine the safe limit of RPM value. This restriction will take into consideration of different factors as can be seen in our company where the RPM value are set to be 10 and to be 100 due to the automotive economic posture. At the end of the project, we have success performed the required tasks and has conduct assessment evaluate on the automotive economic design of vehicle. This project is a great way to expose ourselves the fundamental and important design, how much it affect in our use of vehicle. Okay, thank you.